So, what do I mean by debt is mental clutter? Let's get into it. Hi, this is Jan from New York City, and my channel name is Jan from New York City Saves Money. And I conducted a personal experiment recently just to see how it feels. I have always paid things off immediately, just the way it is for me. It's just the way I want to do it. If I'm going to use a card, that thing has to be paid immediately. However, not long ago, I conducted a self experiment. Well, what are you talking about, Jan? Not that long ago, I had ordered that duster kit. Remember the one that I unboxed from that company that sells on TV that begins with letter Q? Well, they have a system of easy pay, for example. And a lady asked me, would you like to try easy pay? And now, obviously, I was able to pay it off. But I said, I don't want to see how this works with this easy pay. There's no interest on that. So I said, just for the fun of it, it doesn't matter. There's no interest on that, from what I understood. And you just, charge it, and they bill you monthly. And of course, it's an easy pay. Now, I believe the easy payments are something in the area of $7. And I believe the easy pay was or is listed for either 3 to 4 months. I have to double check that to give you the right answer. But it's not a long-term thing, and it was just an experiment. Can I tell you something? I can't stand that thought. What? I am so used to paying things off in full, because if you buy something and you pay it off in full, you do not have that monthly mental clutter. So what I am actually going to do later is to contact that company that begins with the 3 letters and ask them, does it have to remain paying off like the remaining balance in those little payments, or can I get rid of it right now? I want to make it official, give them a call later today. Because honestly, I can't believe it. Because we've been talking recently about getting out of credit card debt. And if you recall the most recent video upload, it's a visual one where you see my chicken scratch handwriting. But what I had written down and indicated is of utmost importance about basically getting out, digging your way out of debt. So I said to myself, I just didn't like having, to me, it felt like a hangnail. Does anybody understand what I'm saying? Like, did you ever buy something? All right, thankfully, in this case, it was a tiny thing. It was an experiment. And actually, the experiment worked because it just was a great reminder to myself that I, for one, I don't mind saving for things in baby bites. I do mind paying for things in baby bites because, like I just said, it's mental clutter. It kind of sort of feels like a hangnail. You know what I'm saying? All right. So that's one thing I just thought I'd share with you. The other thing I wanted to mention to you is about past money mistakes. Okay. Past money mistakes should not determine your future. Past money mistakes are great, valuable, golden nuggets, absolutely wonderful lessons learned. Let me ask you a question. You don't have to answer it in the comment section. Just think about it. You don't have to, because I like to protect your privacy. Therefore, certain things I'm not going to ask you. So what money mistake, this is in your mind's eye, you can think of it in your own mind, did you ever make that you deeply, and I mean deeply, like seriously regretted? Not talking about conducting an experiment on that network for the easy pay. That was not really a mistake because that was absolutely an experiment. And it cost no interest, so therefore there was no risk. But I did learn a lesson about myself that I definitely, absolutely enjoy paying things off in full. But getting back to people and their money mistakes, did you ever buy something and you look at it and go, why on planet Earth did I purchase that thing? I never noticed, like when you're in the store or you see that thing, let's say on television or on a video, or somebody else brags, this thing is so great. This thing is so. I learned a lesson about that myself. Let me tell you what I mean. I don't know, was it last year or 2 years back? A friend of mine was looking for a chair, a certain type of chair, not like the kind that I got recently. Mine is not a recliner, mine is not a swivel. But I also, in addition, had purchased a couple of years back the swivel chair, rocker. For me, Janet, at that time, that chair, and I still have it, totally worked for my needs. So this person had asked me my opinion about the chair. And I was so like gung ho, oh, you're going to love this chair. It's so good. It's so plump, like very nice stuffed chair. Like when you sit down, you feel like, cozy place to sit on, but it had good support too. The problem is, as much as I liked the chair, the person ordered that chair, same model and everything. When that person got that chair, that person did not like that chair at all. Lesson learned. Shush mouth about recommending chairs to friends. No, seriously. I learned a valuable lesson for that. And, the person was kind, but they didn't like rub it in, to me like, why'd you recommend this chair? Blah, 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 blah. No, 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 no. Thankfully, this person was gracious about it, but I'm not going to lie. The person did express their honest feeling. And that's all you could ever want from someone is honesty. You know what I'm saying? So this is a real genuine person who did not like the shit. Let me tell you something now. Fast forward 2 years later, I have still yet to hear one thing good about that chair that person got. Lesson learned. What's the lesson? You probably said, well, what is the lesson, Jan? The lesson that I learned when it comes to something very personalized, like something that someone sits on, everybody's needs are different. How do I know that person doesn't have a back issue? How do I know that person doesn't have difficulty, getting up and down a certain height of a chair type thing? Oh, this reminds me of another story about heights of chairs. Got to be careful with chairs. Years ago, I had a little renovation done when I had another, had a property that was a condo in another state for a little while. And I had some renovation done. I wanted my kitchen cut out so that there would be like a little bar, like a breakfast bar, a breakfast nook, and also to make the kitchen feel bigger, more of an open room concept type thing. And I had like the counter put on and everything. But the hardest thing for me was purchasing of those like tall bar type chairs. Okay. So I went out of my way, went into the city, and I, picked up, literally picked up from a store in Lower Manhattan and physically put the bar things in the back of a car that I brought back to Jersey at that time. And everything looked perfect from a store point of view. Everything looked perfect. I sat down on that. First of all, it was like climbing Mount Everest to get up there. I'm not the tallest person on planet Earth. So for me, those stools were beautiful to look at. They were like leather, black, and it matched the black counter, the black and white. It just like looked really cool. Okay. I mean, as far as aesthetically pleasing, great. As far as company, certain people that could climb Mount Everest were able to get on that little nook. So unfortunately, the only thing good that happened was that it had the extra counter space, and it opened up my kitchen, at that time. And it looked great. It was more of an aesthetic thing, So when it comes to chairs, do yourself a favor, which I mean is slightly off topic, but you might be saving a friend or friendship and money for someone else. Say, you want to know something? I really can't answer your question about chair comfort. That's something only you can answer. I'm telling you, real. I'm telling you like friends. Just don't give too much recommendation about chairs. It's a personal matter. You don't want your friend or family wasting their money and then rubbing it into you. Thankfully, my friend did not do that. All right, there you go. But you still don't like the chair. All right, everybody. Listen, have a wonderful day. We're going to close out the show. Be right back. Oh, boy. Have an amazing, fantastic day. Don't forget, don't recommend chairs. Bye bye.